Can we go back? Can we start off with connectivity? Because look, if I took a market liberal approach, if you like, to this, I'd say, okay, people are feeling let down by BT, they're feeling let down by Virgin, so that offers huge opportunities for a company like yours, Anthony. But but in some ways that's too simplistic, isn't it? I mean, should I be leaving it to, do you face a lot of barriers in trying to fill that gap, in trying to fill that competitive gap?
I think it's very easy to say the problem is at the door of people like BT and Virgin. I think actually the problem is much more complicated than that.
Right.
And there's a whole range of different stakeholders that are involved in making connectivity in London easier, ranging from TfL through to landlords, through to local authorities. And I think City Hall has done a good job to start that process off of linking together those different stakeholders. But more has got to be done. We've got a project in Hackney Wick at the moment, and we wherever we can, we'll install our antennas onto rooftops. But where we can't, where the rooftop's not available, or the building's too low down, we'll install fibre optic into the building. And we've got a building in Hackney Wick where we've been told by TfL that we can't dig the road up for fibre for 3 months because of their processes of closing part of the road, and those kind of timescales are just not tenable for the business community at large, but particularly for tech businesses that are having to move very, very quickly. And 3 months, 6 months to have fibre optic installed is just not right.
Anthony, can you just tell me, just from my understanding? I mean, I did a degree in electronic engineering, so I did all this sort of telecoms and propagation, and so I don't want to go into too much detail, Maxwell's equations and all that sort of stuff. But what are the antennae there for? I mean, are they the sort of what we call the last mile, or where are they connecting to?
Yeah, I mean, it's the last mile that's the challenge across the board. There's in fact in London we've got some phenomenal connectivity, partly because of the use of connectivity by the city. So actually we've got lots and lots of bandwidth here. It's actually getting the last mile that's the issue. So you've got an area like Shoreditch, which is sort of half a mile from the city,
yes.
and yet it's that half mile that's causing the issue in so many instances. And actually all our technology does is exactly that. It links buildings in that last mile connection. We're using, not to get too technical, but we're using 60 to 80 gigahertz part of the radio spectrum, which essentially mimics what fibre optic does. So it's exactly the same services, the same speeds as fibre optic, but it's the last mile that's a challenge. And coming back to the challenges of working with TfL, the thing that they're contending with is that traffic density is so high in London. It's actually very difficult to just close a road for a day without causing corresponding traffic chaos. So the problem is not just BT and Virgin not stepping up to the mark. I think the problem is all these different stakeholders working better together. I think there's an index that the City Hall has launched that grades buildings according to the quality of connectivity, and I think that will help. That will help the market drive some of these changes, because I think the moment people don't move into a property because it doesn't have fast enough connectivity, it will force landlords to actually plan better and have connectivity in place before a tenant moves in. I heard a story of the London Symphony Orchestra, who moved into, this is a few years ago, who moved into Epworth Street, just down the road in Shoreditch a few years ago. And they couldn't use the building. They'd signed the lease. They couldn't use the building because they couldn't get a connection into the building fast enough. And that story is happening across all businesses, but particularly tech businesses at the moment.
And when roads are being dug up, because we've dealt with this issue, a number of other issues. I mean, I know, for example, there was talk about the different authorities that dig up a road to coordinate, so we avoid a situation. I know that's done better now. So, for example, Thames Water digs it up. The road opens again, then BT dig it up, and then Virgin want it, and then the local electricity company want it, and actually there's better coordination. But when they dig it up, is it purely to lay the cable, or actually are we doing more ducting now? So future-proofing. So actually, we've got more ducting for future connectivity.
There's a bit of so I'd say there's a bit of additional ducting being installed. That's not really the challenge. The big challenge is damaged ducting, because actually a lot of the services are being damaged just by the weight of traffic on the road. So there's lots of remedial work that ends up being done, and just cutting a fibre from the middle of the road to a particular building can cause all sorts of problems. If it's on a red route, you can wait 6 months. It's as simple as that. So I think and I think local authorities, TfL, landlords, and telecoms operators could work better together than actually what's happening at the moment, which is a relatively uncooperative. All parties are relatively uncooperative in activity installed.
So basically, need someone to sort of bang heads together, really, and say, "Come on, guys, this is a problem. Now, how do we all get together rather than blaming each other? I don't want to hear whose fault it is and finger pointing. How can we all come together and try and solve this particular problem?"
Exactly.